Hello world. So this one's not so much a coaching video as much of a life kind of update. For some time now we've had some plans into place. So to make a long story short, for some time now I've noticed in the UK things aren't quite right. It's probably been 2 years, and I said to Aga, that's my wife, that we should maybe consider where else in the world we could live if things don't improve or things get worse. And then came in the new government, and they kind of said, if you think the last government was bad, just wait till you see what we can do. And yeah, they've managed to make things considerably worse, in my opinion, in the UK, which made it an easier decision to decide to move. So then the question then is, where in the world would you go if you could go almost anywhere? And initially we were going to go to Europe, somewhere sunny that we could just retire in eventually, see our last working days there and then just, retire away. But the rest of Europe isn't doing that great, as we all know. And the question of where would it be best for all of us as a family to be came up. And my son pointed out that he has good friends in Canada, that he wants to go to school in Canada. And that made the decision a lot easier, because that's where I come from initially, before England anyways. So we decided we're going to head back to Canada. We did this back in February, and then the whole game of selling properties and some of our stuff, and how do you organize that? How do you make all that happen? We want to take some of our furniture. Some of our furniture is quite nice, and they may not have that in Canada, or it may be very expensive to bring that, buy that new over there. So yeah, that's what's been going on. And I didn't really think it'd be a great idea to share that news initially, because I didn't know how long it would take, because it can take a long time to sell a property here. And although the interest was high right from the get-go, the property was sold, technically, back in March. It takes a long time for the lawyers to do their thing and to get to the point where it's actually exchanging contracts. And that happened recently. So we've exchanged contracts, which makes it official. House is sold. We're going to be moving our things out of there the 20-something of August. And then we'll give the keys over around the end of August. And we'll slowly and surely make our way to Canada. So that's the news. That's the big news. And the nice thing about the coaching side of things is because it's an internet-based business that can happen anywhere in the world. So that's easy. On the other side, I've been running a landscape and garden company for years. And for the now, I'm going to try to sell it, but for the now, I'm going to install a manager. So that's in play now. And they will look after the business as a whole, and I will direct it from Canada with whatever spare time I have. And eventually it will sell, or it will do really well in that type of setup. It'll thrive, and then I'd be silly to sell it for the now, because it's doing well and I'm happy with it. All right, so that's it for this one. We'll speak again.